one of the city's most notorious gangs.
Critical Thinkers Podcast.
So crack all my life, ever since I was 11 years old. While the other young boy was trying to, in the park, playing football or baseball, I was on the streets getting money.
They label us a gang for coming together for something positive, for a movement to help the people. I mean, I know where I stand. I know I'm not a part of no gang.
We don't have no colors. A lot of my friends, they like to represent their Haitian flag that represent their country.
I like to extend high honors to the ancestors. Those ancestors being the ancestors of the Nile Valley that were responsible for some of the greatest civilizations that the world have ever witnessed. Those civilizations were predicated on the principles of Ma'at, which we define as truth, order, and righteousness.
Well, over here, critical thinkers, the truth don't need no support. God made Haitians of the Haiti made Zoe. We'd like to welcome y'all to another episode of Critical Thinkers. Y'all know our slogan over here, God made Haitians, but little Haiti made Zoes. Y'all know over here the truth don't need no support, but only two real players telling it like it is. What's good, my brother Jump? What you gotta say to the people before we start the show?
What's going on? What's going on, K-Ster? Well, we back at it. Another one. Y'all know it. It's your main man, Junkie Jump, back at it again with another episode of Critical Thinkers Podcast. You know how we do it. We who sit here, man, we don't do nothing but give y'all the truth and nothing but the truth. You feel me? So, once again, I like to tell everybody out there that's watching and following us and the subscribers, y'all continue to like, subscribe, hit that notification button. Y'all can either leave comments, good or bad. You know, we're going to respond to it. Some of them, you know, there's no need to respond to. But like I said, it's your main man, Junkie Jump, Little Haiti Soldier. Man, what's going on, K-Ster? What's going on,
What's
baby?
good, my brother? What's good? Another day in this internet world. You understand me? I see you got that bottle over there, Jump. What's going on with that?
Oh yeah.
What do you mean?
Shout out to my main man, Rose. Y'all know it's going down. The month is here. Man, y'all know like it been going on for like, what this is?
Oh yeah. Yeah, the fourth annual car show.
Fourth annual car show. Right there. In the ATL, my main man, Big Dog. This is for Big Dog, man.
Yeah, that's
I'ma hold it down for Rose. You know, Rose ain't tell me to, you know what I mean, put the bell out there for him or promote it for him or none of that. But on just some real nigga shit, you know how we do. You feel what I'm saying? We gonna support the home team regardless.
Always.
Because man, if you ain't giving your home love, man, ain't nobody else deserve no love, and should nobody give you no love if you ain't giving home team love or home team ain't giving you no love. You feel me? If you ain't respecting where you from, then nobody's supposed to respect you wherever you at. So yeah, man, shout out to the boy Rose the Bel Air. That's how we doing it. You feel me? We gonna drink Bel Air all this month. You know what I'm saying? Just to commemorate the car show. And man,
car show gonna be crazy. I got my money on downtown Bobby Brown.
Don't be surprised, man. You know that, yeah, you know, man, show up, man. We might end up showing up, man. You know what I mean? As a surprise guest, Critical Thinkers Podcast might just be out there. You know, we got a lot of shit going on though, and we still prepping for a lot of shit, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. You know the effort that me and Big Dog, the K-Ster, the Roaster, Kitty K, as y'all know him. Man, the work you gotta put in, and anybody that's, you know, doing this podcasting, anybody that's doing journalism, anybody that's blogging, you feel what I'm saying? And there's quite a few people that tried to do this stuff and, you know, to no avail, have not succeeded, man. This thing is not no easy task. You know, me and the Big Dog, we kind of make it look easy, right? You know, just like when we was in the sweat, when we was in the gang, when we was in the streets. You feel me? We made that thing look so pretty. We made that thing look so swell, you know, and a lot of cats, you know, claim, or who was claiming that they was the Pound. They really saw that it was very, very, very difficult to try to walk these dogs when you saying that name. So, you know, we got that thing behind us, right? We tread that water for that back there. You know what I'm saying? And as Little Haiti representatives, 2 times for Little Haiti. Because like we always say, your mama made you, right?
Little Haiti raised
But
me.
Little Haiti baby raised us. So that's what we stood up for, and that's what we represent. And it wasn't no easy task. Just like I'm saying, for this podcast, you know, coming from gangsters to journalists, from crack to content, it is not an easy task, man. That's like a cultural shock to us, you know what I mean? But by all means necessary, man, that's the only way out. The internet streets is the best streets to, you know, to hang on right now. Because the real streets, the streets ain't really got shit to offer. Not for no OGs like us that done pioneered the streets. You know what I'm saying? We set trends in our streets, Lil Haiti. We set trends. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, John. We set trends, and
So-
for the ones that sat back on the sidelines and never put their life on the line, stop trying to tell Little Haiti history stories.
Oh my God, Kitty K, you know what,
Talk to
man?
me, John.
I'm glad you brought that up, right? And shout out to Holla at a Zoe. Shout out to my main man, Vulture Suave. Shout out to
Bruno Marley.
Bruno. What's our main man in Cali, man? Shout out to
Poe.
Poe. Shout out to a lot of the Little Haiti artists that we know. Black 19. Shout out to Little Haiti Princess, better known as Dadu. And a lot of the artists that's in Little Haiti going hard. Shout out to my main man, Prince IET. That's another one, bro. I ain't been mentioning him, but Prince IET.
I don't know who that is.
Yes,
but okay.
He a beast. He a dog. You feel what I'm saying? I fuck with Buddy, and he's still working. You know what I'm saying? One day, you know, probably later on after the podcast, I'll show you his, you know, his whole site. But he like that. He represent that thing. I actually sat with the brother conscious and everything. You know what I'm saying? And he about that work. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully one day soon he'll be on the compilation when Little Haiti, you know, when the real Little Haiti team come out and do that compilation, the artists. But let's get back to the subject. Yeah, man. You know, I was hollering at, you know what I mean, holler at us. So I was coming through the hood, you know, making my little rounds and shit. You know, I pulled up on, you know, a couple of my real little YNs, you know what I'm saying, from Lil Haiti. Shout out to Twins, man. Shout out to the Twins off the 8. You feel what I'm saying? Little Twin them boys vultures, you know what I'm saying? Real niggas. I fuck with them with them youngsters, you know what I'm saying? You know, so I come through, I'm hollering at it. So, you know what I'm saying? And man, maybe quite often, you know, we need to start, you know what I'm saying, getting back acquainted with them boys. You know, we already saying that we're supposed to be getting with all the artists and we're going to be doing some things. But a lot of the YNs, Kenny K and Little Haiti, don't really know our story. You know, we've been sitting here on the podcast. You know, we had a few conversations. You know, we told a few tales. But indebtedly, bro, we hadn't really got into the meat of things. And a lot of these guys are kind of disturbed about Ali Ho Adams too, how he got his foot wet. You know, they under the misconception. It's a misconception about Buddy being a part of us. And like I was trying to tell Holla at a Zoe and the little homies Twin them, it was like by accident Buddy was able to even mix and mingle with the homies because our street ties with other niggas that's from around his area allowed Buddy to even come around us. It was not just us fucking with him. It was not him growing up with us.
It was not nothing
None of
that he did in them streets
No,
that
sir.
drawed us to him.
No, sir.
He was just a fan, and we was down with a nigga
That
he was just
right,
the nigga
right.
do boy. He got in
Exactly.
by mistake.
Exactly. So a lot of these guys, you know what I'm saying, and I'm so glad that we created this platform, you know what I'm saying, we thunk it through, and we came out with this joint just to shut a whole bunch of imposters up. Because before they was able to see this,
they were telling all type of lies out there.
You had all kind of Zoe Pounds.
I couldn't believe that right now, if we didn't start this platform, these busters out here, they was finna erase us out of our history and put themselves in.
Right. And a lot of these guys, you know, a lot of these guys are still having problems, and a lot of people had problems when they seen 2 of the reels came out, and they know the faces from the streets, like our legacy, like we ain't, the fruit don't fall from the tree, like, you know what I'm saying, we of that tree, and we the fruit of that tree. But a lot of people was scratching their heads and, you know, frowning their faces at, you know, what they seen when the podcast came into fruition, as if like, this ain't the real. Nigga, y'all know who the real is, and we can stand straight. We own some respect at a check-in. And at this very moment, I'm quite sure motherfuckers know they can't check this. They can't check the authenticity of what's going on here. So they must respect it because it's in the books, it's in the archives. We are who we are. And we don't brag or boast. We ain't pressing no niggas. A lot of niggas try to come in the name of Zoe Pound with the press game, acting like they was pressing motherfuckers in the industry as if that's what we demonstrated. Nah, we demonstrated respect and love. We had respect and we had love, because guess what? We got on for our crown. Whenever it came down to us having to get our respect, we earned it. If we had issues when we was in the street, we handled our business. When it was time to get the money on, we got paper. When we started doing this music shit, we took it to the highest of heights. We brought celebrities through the hood, and we collaborated with celebrities when we invested in the artists that we had.
But the most important thing that we did, and Little Haiti helped us do, we birthed a whole new nation of Zoes. That Zoes coming from Haiti, they could be proud.
Right.
We did that.
It wasn't Haitian boys no more. It wasn't them cat-eating Haitians. It wasn't them AIDS having Haitians.
HBO,
Haitian ballet, them Haitian body orders. We birthed Zoes, an appropriate, respectful way of honoring those Haitian boys, or whatever they may have called them. Now, the only misunderstanding that they had about the ones who birthed Zoes, which is us, the official Zoe Pound, is they thought that it was just only Haitians that put that work in. So y'all see the main man, Kenny K, representing that Zoe shit to the fullest, because he's from that cloth, original Little Haiti representative, and official Zoe Pound member that's a Yank, or a Yaya, or American, whatever you want to call it.
The original Yankee Zoe.
The original
Yankee
Zoe. Okay. I'm known as a Yankee Zoe too, you know, Haitian born in America. But, they never fully got to really understand, because we never broke down the illustration of who Zoe Pound really was and what it consisted of as homies. But we always told them.
Zoe Pound consisted, let me tell you something, John. God wrote this story before we even knew it.
Yes.
God knew he had a challenge. It was the 90s. God recruited the realest young niggas that was at that time to complete that challenge. That's why every nigga in the pound was official.
That's right.
Macca Zoe, Solo,
right.
Shug, C Hound.
Right.
I'm talking about Nick, Rip. You understand me? Louis Joe. Every nigga, even the young niggas that came up under us that was learning from us.
Right.
These young niggas today, they got the game from the pound.
Right.
But God chose us. Because the fight was a real fight.
Man.
You understand me? Because just how easy as we sitting here talking to the world, we could have got that knock on the door at 6 o'clock in the morning. Zoe Pound, Rico, all of us could have been indicted 100 years.
Right.
You understand me?
Because we all did time, but it was
and we was willing to pay that cost to birth this Zoe Pound shit.
We was
the
all
birth
in.
of the Zoes. So when we sit up here and talk about this Zoe shit, we ain't telling everyone that they gotta pay homage to it, they gotta respect them Zoe Pound niggas.
Right.
But just know if it wasn't for them, that Zoe shit could have went either way.
Yeah.
If we would have went out there and came back with our tail tucked on that Zoe Pound shit,
yeah,
no one would have wanted to be a Zoe.
Globally, it wouldn't be no Z. I don't care how
and what we did for Little Haiti,
you could
that
cut
was
it
beautiful
off.
to put Little Haiti on the map.
Right.
You understand me? That's something that we did, and everyone that's from Little Haiti, everyone that's say they're Zoe, they should be proud and should be supporting this channel because they know if it wasn't for them Zoe Pound niggas,
that's right,
none of this shit wouldn't exist.
That's right.
They wouldn't have the positive that come behind it.
That's right.
And I take my hat off to the generation that came after us.
Right.
The sweat niggas.
Right.
Them
They
sweat
held
Zoe
at the time,
niggas,
bro.
they
Yeah.
did their thing. They came right up under the pound right after us because
That
we was on
pride
that
was
gangster
there.
shit,
Yeah,
right?
that pride
But them
was there.
sweat niggas was on that money shit.
Right.
On them Zoes getting to the bag.
Right.
Especially them Turbo Tac boys.
Right.
Listen here, that's the best time I had in my life with
But
them
you know
Turbo
what they
Tac
did
boys.
though? They changed the game, Kenny K. Because at the end of the day, when you look at it for what it's worth, we had to put that game down. You know what I'm saying? For the respect. You know what I mean? Because it was a misunderstanding about, Haitians as if, it was supposed to be no respect for no Haitians. But when we laid that law down, that showed niggas like, it's some Zoes out here that's gonna tear some shit up.
Jump.
But at the same
You know
token,
why jump? Because America never seen nothing like that.
Right,
Because when
right.
Zoe Pound laid their murder game down,
right,
it went through the hood different because
right,
Americans was known as being gangsters.
right.
See, Zoe Pound and being from out of Little Haiti,
right,
we was known as savages.
right.
You
But see,
understand me?
but see, the thing was because we was young enough coming in them times, Kenny K2. You feel me? We created that era. We pioneered. We trended the Zoe shit. But at the same token, case that they knew us for that G shit, right? And that had to be stamped. Like, nigga ain't going for it. We coming up
That
on
was
the rough
easy. You know
nights.
why, Jump? Because
Right.
every nigga in the pound was a real nigga.
Right.
So that came without saying, without talking about it.
Exactly. So at the same token, they knew that, but a lot of people was kind of scared of that, right? So people didn't really want to fuck with it, but they knew not to fuck with us. But at the same token, remember, Kester, when them Chevys came out, when niggas start, bricklaying. It wasn't just the gangster shit. We was on that money young too.
That was the transformation from us from gangsters to becoming players, ballers. Because all we knew was being gangsters at one time.
Because
we didn't even know how to smile.
Right.
But when we was making that transformation to becoming ballers,
right.
Willies, you understand me?
Because in our young days, niggas
was military minded.
Niggas was going through a lot of hood gangster shit, but at the same token, it was always in defense. See, we didn't go looking for nothing. But people always heard about the comeback, the defense. Oh, them boys going to war. But before niggas was going to war, guess what? Niggas was minding their business. Niggas was hustling. Niggas was robbing. Niggas was book snatchers. Niggas was doing all kind of shit growing up, getting money. Now, it's just that when we transitioned with the ZP shit, and niggas start getting a little older, like our late teens and our early adulthood, niggas start feeling they self, niggas start having kids and shit. That called for a nigga to really get at that bag too. You feel what I'm saying? So niggas going on mean licks, niggas coming up on bricks. You feel what I'm saying? So niggas like, damn, not only them boys, you know what I'm saying, bring that pain, them boys, nigga, the White House was $1 million trap. Don't forget that. You feel me? Everything a nigga did was trendy. Niggas start going out of town. Niggas had bags. We going to the SIBO building. We ain't going to the flea market. We might go get our shit cleaned at the flea market. Go to Gabby and get our shit cleaned. But our jewelry come from the SIBO building. We got half a kilos and kilos around our necks now. We spending bread. You gotta understand, when we was doing the music shit, we coming out of our pockets. These niggas, our artists jumping out of limousines. They ain't even had a deal. But a bitch couldn't say them niggas didn't make it. We doing videos in our hood. Would you think the video was free? Hell no. Them features, Rake One, the Cash Money Millionaires, 2 of them, Turk and BG. That shit wasn't free. And a nigga putting that out there like it ain't nothing. Because we had our shit together, our older G's. Shout out once more to Happy and the Big Kid. Kahunas. At that time, niggas knew from all over the country. Miami knew it. Because when we rolled out and they seen that entourage from the OGs to the young niggas, it wasn't no problem. Niggas walking around with racks in their pockets, links hanging to their stomach with the big motherfucking pieces on them. Niggas got big pieces on them. Niggas bulletproof vests. I'm talking about, see, there's some shit we it was just like an everyday thing to us, so like we don't boast or brag about it. But we rep that shit. That's why that ZP shit, can't no any nigga claim that shit for real, and a lot of niggas try to take advantage of it when certain niggas fail. See, when certain niggas went to jail, niggas embraced that. Niggas was loving that. Because the niggas that really wanted to be the boys and was acting like they was down at the time, niggas that really envied you, Kenny K, when they was around you with the 5-link. With the 5-link bracelet, with the Kenny K and all diamonds, with the big doopy on your neck, Kenny K, with the Lazarus piece. When you jumping in and out of rentals like every day. Letting the bitch know $500 for head, bitch. You a young nigga at this time. Bitches couldn't take that. Motherfuckers wasn't living like that. Today, niggas can't line themselves up and say they walked in them shoes, bro. But we lived that shit every day like it was nothing. Like it was nothing.
But the crazy part, everything that we did it for the hood.
And we did it for the hood.
When Kenny K went out there and I represented for Little Haiti.
We was a little.
I represented everywhere I went for that flag.
All the way up to when, they organized, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to give the artists their props. When they organized the title of the album, Little Haiti Stories. Everything was for Little Haiti. We saying that we rep Little Haiti. And we repped it to the fullest. We went over and beyond for Little Haiti. Penitentiary chances.
We took a little place called Little Haiti. We took it all around the world.
All around the world, Kenny K.
All around the world. And we got the respect for all type of Zoes that didn't even put in no work.
So,
go ahead.
What I'm saying, Kenny K, is I was just so disturbed when I pull up on the homies, you know what I'm saying? Because the homies, them YNs, man, all YNs, we got some real little YNs in the hood, and they've been given watered down information because we as the real ones, you married man, you know what I'm saying? You enjoying, you know what I'm saying, the time of your life right now.
And the most important part, I ain't talking that shit no more like I used to. I'm very humble now. I'm very humble now.
But you're enjoying your life from coming out of that jungle and putting your life out there on the line. And we made it. We made it through the jungle, right? Because we got a lot of homies. Rest in peace, homie. Rest in peace, Big Chubb. Rest in peace, Solo. Rest in peace, C-Hound. Rest in peace, Lil School. Rest in peace, Elvis. All of these homies that they're very, very, very solid pieces of the puzzle that we talking about today. Not these niggas that's flogging, acting like they the pound. We talking about frontline soldiers that didn't even get to enjoy, you know what I'm saying, the fruits of the labor, man. Could you imagine, man, Chubb, Zoe Pound, that name was actually created or coined like in 1995, roughly, Kenny K? Just take a look at the picture and let's educate them a little bit. In 1995, Zoe Pound officially was organized, a name, period. Legitimate wise and everything as a rap group, right? Zoe Pound. And we already know in the streets it was already Zoe Pound before the music. Now, 1995, Kenny K, this is like a Tupac story. Chubb died in 1996, Kenny K. Now, just just embrace that for a moment. Like, here's a nigga, Chubb, my nigga, the big homie, that was one of the actual coiners of the name Zoe Pound. Ain't no nigga, we ain't come from Zoe Pound with that name. When we was in Morningside, Zoe Pound wasn't even thought about. And you got a lot of fake ass niggas talking about, oh, when we was 15. You heard the boongie nigga, Ali Ho Adams talking about, oh, we was 15, 14. Nigga, you weren't even around us, nigga. 15, 14. Nigga, we wasn't thinking about no Zoe Pound name. We was regular hood niggas that fucked with each other from elementary days, getting in trouble, skipping school, going to fucking bone holes and shit in abandoned apartments, going all back there by the factories by Morningside, breaking windows, just goofing off, throwing rocks at cars and shit, skipping school, going to the arcade, the Omni Now Mall, breaking in video games, just bad, destructive kids, all the way up to breaking in houses in our own community, destroying our own community just so bad, just trying to get it how we live, period. You feel what I'm saying? Breaking in homes, from breaking in homes to robbery, pistol robbery, strong arm robbery, whatever the era was, we was there. And we still wasn't Zoe Pound yet. We was just a bunch of niggas from Little Haiti that came out the house early. We knew each other from different areas. Some of us stayed in the same little neighborhoods at some time, like you and Mac them in the Saxon. Way back then. And then time went on. Niggas moved to Sable Palm. K-Star on his end getting money as a young nigga selling drugs. Before I was even introduced to the dope game, Little K was selling dope. So we have a legacy beyond us coming together like superheroes as the Zoe Pound team. But that's what made the Zoe Pound piece so important, and it was like God made, because God chose all the different individuals that knew each other from way back, whether we hung together way back or we went to school together and we was away from each other. But once we click-clack, in that year, 1995, when niggas got out of prison, you got out of prison in 1995, right?
95, 94.
Junk had just went in on his second year. Too bad. Niggas try to make it look like, oh, Junk went around. Nigga, Junk went to prison. He just had a longer sentence. Some niggas had 2 years. Some niggas caught the CRD and got out. Even if they had a 10-year bid, they probably did 2, 1.5, whatever you did. Whatever CRD kicked out, sometimes they kick out 180. Shit. And that date your date just getting closer and closer, bitch. Thinking you finna be gone 10 years, and 2 years, year and a half, you back out. So, the thing about me was, I had a violent crime. And when you have violent crime, you didn't get not what I had. Some niggas got it. Because niggas with murders was motherfucking getting out after they caught 20 years. Niggas was getting out in 12 years or some shit like that. But I had attempted murder on law enforcement, and by 1994, 1995, when Jeb Bush then started getting hard with the 10-20 life, it was over for CRD. It was done in 1994. After 1994, 85%. Check the records. Shit was so crazy in Miami in them early 90s and in them 80s, it was pathetic. Niggas had D letters, C's, and back out on the street, nigga like you done been in prison 3 times and you back out. Man, them folks, when them Bush is a motherfucker, when that motherfucker Jeb Bush got in office, he said, we finna shut this shit down. These motherfuckers in South Florida, particularly Miami, got Florida hot. For real, for real. And Broward followed on, and then all the way up to Orlando and all them other little, counties up further. Miami was off the chain. And they put that 10-20 line, shut it down. So, with that being said, niggas start coming out of prison. So 1995 was just that beautiful year that God put the realest
niggas that ever,
I'm gonna say
the realest niggas ever that ran through Little Haiti
and Little Haiti together at that time together. Cause Lord knew that, boy, y'all niggas gonna have to tread this water, and it's deep, and it was deep. We suffered a whole bunch of losses, man. You know what I'm saying? God bless his soul. School, man. School was on the clock on 4-5, man. Nigga poured ether on that boy and burned that boy up in that house, man. That's how crazy it was for the boys. Niggas was hating so much on them traps, bro. We can't forget Psycho Mike, little brother, man. Shout out to Psycho Mike, one of the real homies, too. For sure. Wherever you at. I don't care what they say about you. Motherfuckers always trying to put the stain on real niggas' name. But niggas knew Psycho Mike in the hood was no joke. You feel me? And his little brother was, well, that's his older brother. He was worse. The Scoob ain't had that shit. You talking about real trap star, a nigga that's gonna live and die, ain't gonna leave your spot vacant, ain't gonna let a nigga shortstop on the block. None of that. He coming out with that fire, and a nigga gotta take that shit 5 blocks down. Don't even take it down the road. Nigga, take that shit 5 blocks down. You can't be in the vicinity selling nothing. And dog, they hated it. You know what I'm saying? Scoob died in the line of fire the hard way, bro. You know what I'm saying? These are the stories niggas don't understand. And then you got these fake niggas in the hood, you know what I'm saying, that came Johnny come lately ass niggas. Acting like they really was about this Zoe Pound life. You know what I'm saying? And we don't even go in detail with a lot of shit because the truth don't need no support. The truth sitting right here in y'all face. You feel what I'm saying? But I just wanted to elaborate on that a little bit, man, because I be even seeing all in the comment, you know, people talking about critical thinkers, you know, man, like, why y'all be talking about, you know what I'm saying, these type of things. We thought y'all was going to get on, you know, talking about what's going on in Haiti. We going to talk about what's going on in Haiti. But at this particular time, there's a lot of other stuff going on that need to be addressed. People not even very, very familiar about what y'all dealing with right here, for sure, for sure. Because a lot of people came in the name of the pound in vain. And a lot of people desecrated the name. What I mean by desecrated, they made the name look bad. They put a lot of bad stains on the name. And that's not what the real boys demonstrated. You know what I'm saying? Niggas from all hoods, my nigga, we respected and respected the boys. From Overtown all the way to down south, shout out to you know what I'm saying? All the way from down south to West Bubblefuck, Florida. Niggas knew about the original homies. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, it's a disrespect and it's a disservice for some emulating fake ass dudes to try to lay out their story like that's our story. Nah.
Especially if they was on the sideline and they never bust their iron.
You feel me?
They can't tell the story.
They didn't stand next to me and you going hard in them traps, making them traps do a zillion. You feel what I'm saying? Losing young niggas in the spot. Niggas getting murdered in the spot. Them niggas ain't do none of that.
But I never seen these niggas when it was go time.
No.
I never looked to my left and right and seen these niggas ready to go.
You feel me? And got the audacity, man, to even try to speak upon, you know what I'm saying, Zoe Pound, you know what I mean? When you got real young niggas that know, you know what I'm saying, it was something behind that name, and we want to know who is the guys. You know what I'm saying? Who really the founders of that whole entire organization, bro. And we sit right here on candy camera letting it be known, but you got a lot of sucker duck niggas. Some of the niggas that used to even be around a nigga, talking out the side of their neck, giving motherfuckers false information, bro. You see how when we first start demonstrating this shit, you know what I'm saying, these sucker motherfuckers, whoever they was, they putting the memes and they doing all kind of little gay shit just to try to desecrate real niggas. But real niggas don't die.
Niggas ain't qualified. That's the one thing I can tell you, Jump. If
right. That's why we still here.
Speak on you, my brother.
Right.
But niggas that was on the sideline can't speak on you. Niggas
exactly.
who wasn't qualified. If a nigga ain't make their name in the 90s, they cannot make their name in 2025. But not qualified.
But you know what's so funny, Kitty K? And this why, you know, I love it, but I kind of like.
And then hold on, Jump, because at the end of the day, when we talk about certain niggas, it was only a certain cut of niggas that was willing to bust their gun, lay their murder game down, willing to go to prison and stand on this shit.
Exactly.
I know niggas, it was niggas in the hood that was scared to go to jail.
I'm
so
telling
let's say lay your murder game down, stand in the paint. When I got out of prison for the second time, nigga, I put my life on the line.
Yeah.
Everything that I got,
That's
I put
right.
my life on the line every motherfucking
But
day.
see, Kenny K, and that's what I'm saying.
And that's what God, a nigga ain't never throw a lollipop at Kenny K.
You hear me?
A nigga threw a lollipop at me,
Nigga
I was
knew it was
taking his
coming.
hands. That's how I was taught.
Exactly.
That's it. It ain't about being bad. I was taught if a nigga touch you, you take his motherfucking finger. You can't stop a nigga from doing what they want to do.
Right.
But you can make a nigga think about it the next time.
Right. And, you know, the reason why I'm really just putting that out there is because, you know, even with this internet, you know what I'm saying? And it's been said by, you know, a lot of podcasters, you know, and the world is going that way somewhat too, and it's kind of stinking because people are by the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of these guys, they can hide behind fake pages, you know? It ain't, this era right here, it's cool, but a lot of the shit that we was raised upon, the principles and how you stand as a man, niggas can hide behind certain shit and make noise. You feel what I'm saying?
That's what the internet is here for. That nothing niggas could talk on real niggas. But at the end of the day, Junk,
right?
That's the new game that we in. Right. But real niggas like me and you, we understand they ain't qualified.
Truth don't need no
nothing
support.
nigga or a nothing asshole can't say nothing to me or you.
Period.
They ain't qualified. We know their history.
Period.
We done seen every nigga can't come and go out of Little Haiti.
Yeah.
We know they real stories.
Yeah.
You understand me? Not the tales they tell on the
block.
We know they real stories.
That's what they're scared about.
You understand
that's what
me?
they mad at us about because
we know they true.
We gonna contest anything. You put your face out there. You put your face out there and you start running all that bullshit out your mouth. And guess what? Nigga gonna put that shit on blast. Nigga gonna put it on blast and they know. Nigga coming full force, you tell them tales, you get out on this internet and you tell them tales, nigga gonna put that shit out there and put you to shame. So a lot of these niggas that was running around, they never knew this was coming. So they was running around gaining their little fan or their fan base of what we laid down.
And they never knew that a podcast was coming called Critical Thinkers that was going to contest all their lives. Hold on, that you was never. No, you was affiliate.
Yes.
Oh no, you was a worker. You was alright.
Exactly.
You was down with, but when it came to this Zoe
now
Pound
we can
shit,
point that shit out.
Who
Put
was
your
who,
face out there.
What was what?
Yes.
It was only a few. Now Little Haiti got a bunch of real
niggas. Real niggas.
A bunch of real
we
young
talking
niggas.
About all kind of
A
other
bunch
Zoe
of
Pound
young
niggas.
niggas from the other side.
Other niggas.
Niggas, it was listen.
Respect.
Zoe Pound wasn't the only real niggas.
That's it.
We was just the first ones to come with unity.
Right.
We was the first one to come. When you fuck with one, you fuck with them all. We just showed unity. That's what made Little Haiti different.
And you know what's so funny? The best thing about it is we're the only clique that came together to rep Little Haiti. That's bottom line. We came together to rep our hood, Little Haiti.
And John, let me say this.
The niggas was doing their own thing. We had gangsters all over.
That stand on that ZEO shit.
ZOE.
They can't help but to love and respect the Pound. We family. We started that shit.
Yeah.
Little Haiti started it. Zoe Pound put it on the map and took it around the world and made it respected.
That's all we saying.
Right. When that Gangland came out, that was the first time a lot of people even heard the word Zoe.
Right.
And it came from Zoe Pound coming, representing, even though it was a lot of ignorance and violence and gangster shit.
But
at that time,
life,
that's what we needed to do to get that respect.
Yeah, we was in the streets.
So anyone that's hating
that,
on that
you know
shit, like them boys think, nope, we ain't started on our own, but it's our foundation.
Right.
And if we would have went out there, like I said, junk and looked like some clowns and became the Clown Pound, ain't nobody want to be no Zoe.
They wouldn't have been no Zoe. Because at first, you know, because even when I was in the joint, you know what I'm saying? At first, whenever you heard Zoe, they used to put the Pound behind it. Because everybody, when I was in the joint after I caught my second bid, Kenny K, everybody that actually said they was Haitian, you know, and I had a couple of dudes that I fucked with, real niggas from all over the globe. You know, I had niggas from DC, Memphis, Cali, man, all over Georgia, all over Texas. Niggas was like, oh, you know, they was calling it every Zoe Pound. And I used to have to tell some of my niggas, you know, because they real niggas and I didn't want them to look like gooks. I'm like, look, it's, you know, Zoe Pound is actually like the founder of that Zoe shit, for sure. But not everybody is Zoe Pound. Niggas they use the term Zoe to substitute Haitian. So a lot of Haitians, they're Zoe. They're not Zoe Pound. Zoe Pound is a separate entity by itself that birthed that Zoe shit. So these other Haitian guys, you greet them as Zoe. You don't say, hey, Zoe Pound. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it go. Because you give it, and a lot of people don't like that because you classifying them. You know what I'm saying? And people don't like that classification like they part of that organization. I mean, some people use it to their advantage. You know. Some niggas was just happy to just say that. But
and a lot of those, they put in their own work and they want the credit for themselves. Like ZMF.
Right.
See, ZMF put in their own work.
That's right.
They put in their own
thing to the
penitentiary.
They took it to another level.
And made it their own.
Right.
But at the end of the day, the ZOES, Little Haiti Zoe Pound.
Right.
But the mafia, the family, that's
the same
boys
sauce.
in
it's
the penitentiary. But that's what we birthed. That's what we started this shit for. Zoe Pound started for
the Zoes.
For ZMF. Zoe this, Zoe that. Anything that got that ZOE on it, that's why we started it, so these Zoes around the world could have pride and they could hold their head up wherever they go.
Right. Right. So, man, I just wanted to get that clear, man, because it's still some work to do as far as, you know, getting the clarity on a lot of stuff. You know, they still asking me about, man, what's up with you and Mac and Zoe? I'm just being real, Kenny K. They're asking me about what's going on with Mac and Zoe. They're asking me what's going on, you know, and I'm just being real. Like, you know, guys be waiting. They don't see, they're like, man, I ain't seen Kenny K in a while, man. You know, I like to, you know what I'm saying, talk to Kenny K and ask him a few questions. I'm like, you know, OG doing his thing, man. OG laid back. He ain't, we don't want him to come to the street. OG, y'all boys, you know, y'all boys ain't in the street. Y'all boys doing what y'all supposed to do.
But
y'all
you know what we're going to do?
They got questions.
We're going to start bringing them to the podcast.
They want to ask.
So they can interview them, let them interview us.
Exactly.
That's what we'll do for them.
Exactly. Because they want to know about what happened to all the artists, what happened to that stuff. You know what I'm saying? What happened to some of the guys, and they got particular names. And like I told them, exactly like what you said, whenever we bring them on, the floor is open to ask the questions. And guess what? The truth don't need no support. I'm going to give it to you blood raw. And the same thing with Giggity. That's what Giggity been telling me. He was like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I want to do the Zoe Pound interview. I want to ask the question. I want to know. You know what I'm saying? And I know he's slick too. I know he got some real deep questions. I know him. He ain't going to cut no corners. You already know how he do his thing. He put everything in his background. He put everything out there. You feel what I'm saying? And we similar because the Hot Boys, which he is the original Hot Boys, so Cash Money made him, you know what I'm saying, get the credentials just the same as us. You know, Zoe Pound, our legacy, and the music put it abroad. But we the source.
The music, the movies, we aspire all these things. Come on, Junk.
All that.
Ain't nobody did it like us.
So they deserve the truth. Mm-hmm. They deserve the absolute truth. They deserve to ask why, you know, y'all two the only ones holding it down. With like, and we know. So we'll just lay around for it. You know what I mean? We ready. You know, we're gonna go ahead and welcome them guys on. We're gonna make them appointments. And we're gonna have the guys. I know a lot of them. The followers, they like, especially y'all are dedicated. They like, man, when we gonna get, y'all done promised us, you know, merchandise. Y'all done promised us the artists. We want some of that stuff. We want it. And we asking for it. And it returned to us void. So we gotta get about our business. We gotta get about our business. We don't want to lose our people. They're very curious about it. I mean, we just went through Haitian Heritage Month, right? And I mean, I seen a whole lot of, you know what I'm saying, shout outs coming from different people, even the Fugees, bro.
You know what? I like that. Listen here. And we gonna have to start pushing 1804. 1804. Zoe's got freedom, but 1996, Zoe Pound got Haitians respect.
Yes.
Jump, we gotta get mentioned right after 1804.
Yes.
Those was one of the two most important times in Haitian history.
Yeah.
1804 and 1996. 1804, Zoe's was free. All the Haitians was free. They ran them crackers out of Haiti. In 1996, it was a little group of a clique of niggas out of Little Haiti called Zoe Pound. Went out there in the streets and fought that fight and got all Haitians respect.
That's right.
And that's why when they mention 1804, it is a crime not to mention 1996. It was
sure.
2 wars fought.
Yeah.
So I like to say that to the people. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
John?
I think this was a great subject, man. I think, we kind of cover some of the shit that
and we're going to get more into the history of this Zoe Pound shit.
We got to.
And breaking each one of the boys down one by one.
Yeah.
Everybody played a major position in this shit.
Right.
We wouldn't have made it without Junk, without a Solo, without a Chub, without a Seahound, without a Nick, without a Rip, without all the boys, with all the young niggas that came up under us. Everyone out of Little Haiti, the Griot lady, all the young females, all our Rosses, all of them played a part in Little Haiti.
Right.
Everyone should be proud of this Little Haiti shit, this Zoe Pound shit. If you was born and raised in Little Haiti and you witnessed this shit, you going down in history with us because you was there. You supported it. You understand me? You know the truth. So I would like to thank everyone who tuned in tonight for this episode. I want everyone to like and subscribe. Me and Junk will be back again real soon because we're going to start feeding y'all back to back right now.
Go hard.
Junk done got everything in order. You understand me? He had to get his business together. It's all together now. We just got shit lined up. You understand me? We got sponsors coming. Our first sponsor, Bel Air. Ross's car show coming out Saturday.
I really can't even wait to, get into the Bel Air. This is the Bel Air month. We gonna probably officially make it Bel Air month every June. You know what I'm saying? Just to honor and show love. You know what I'm saying, to the big homie. That's his brand. June is always the car show. And man, maybe one day, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to go after that key. I don't know if I'm trying to build a shit.
Nigga, John, wait, nigga. If you ain't ready to spend $400,000 to $500,000, don't even worry about it. It's a new generation.
I've been hollering at your boy, man. Shout out to my man, Jack Dick, too, man.
Jack Dick got a raw one. Coke got a raw one.
And
Ferrari
Coke,
Fred got a raw one.
Yeah, man.
These cars are raw.
Yeah.
But every year, Olive Oil last year won the game. That nigga put about 300 bands in it. This nigga, whoever he is, with the car called Downtown Bobby Brown, this some shit I never seen before. Look like this nigga done put a $500,000 in this car. You understand me? So look here, Jump.
Everything.
We had our times with our dunks, all right? And that time,
I think I got
look here.
I think I got to run it because.
Okay, you go ahead and spend $400,000 on that.
Because when the boys came out with the Chevys, right? I had a Flexmobile Chevy. See, when I had my Chevy, we was snatching pocketbooks. So my Chevy was a Flexmobile. When the boys bought the Bronx out finally, when the boys was coming through in the line, remember, Junk was doing that bid. So I didn't even get a chance for them to see how Junk gonna wet his shit up.
Okay.
So I got the right
you do
to at least put one in the game that I could be remembered by.
All right, so y'all get ready. 2026, Junk Chevy will be in the
By
game.
2026.
Okay, so now Junk,
I'm coming, bro.
Let me give you some ideas, because for you to come with these new niggas, you're gonna have to at least bulletproof the top of your verse.
Ooh.
They ain't do that yet.
Okay,
so I'm gonna give you a few ideas off camera, Junk, to help you win. Because boy, you up against some real shit. I would like to thank everyone for tuning in. Till next time, y'all know my slogan: God made Haitians, Little Haiti made Zoes. What you gotta say to the people before we close?
Yeah, man, I like to definitely give a shout out once again in the outro to Little Haiti, baby. I love Little Haiti, and I'm always love Little Haiti. I live Little Haiti. I breathe. I eat shit, sleep Little Haiti. So shout out to y'all, man. It's your main man, Junkie Junk, Little Haiti Soldier, and we out of here.